Okay. Ah, there we go.
All right. We're going live, baby. Here we go. Hello, everybody. My name is Kenan, and I'm your creator and host of Wrestling is Awesome. And we're back for another live podcast. We're going to be talking about everything that happened on WWE RAW yesterday. That's the 2nd of February. Technically, it landed in the UK this morning. So this is like fresh for us. We literally just watched it today. We're coming to you to give our thoughts and opinions. Joining me on today's show, we have at the moment my right and left hand man, Alex. How you doing, bro?
I am awesome. I am buzzing after what is one of the best promos from anybody in a really long time. Welcome back, our tribal chief.
We acknowledge you 100%. And maybe my left foot today, Lee, how you doing?
I'm good, my friend. We are on the road again to WrestleMania, and I am loving it.
It is. It is. We've gone for the Prince of Policy. Is this the new moniker as opposed to Mr. HR? We're trying out new things.
It's growing. It's growing.
Right. Mr. HR, the Prince of Policy. I think the whole thing kind of works.
He had to change it because he didn't want to wear the tie anymore.
Yeah,
so it has to be something rebellious because he couldn't be asked for the tie anymore. Let's not mess about.
It's dress down Monday.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly that. Right. So those of you,
It's Tuesday, Lee.
Holly has joined the chat on TikTok. Hi, Holly. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Make sure you guys get in the chat. Hit that like button anywhere on your screen. Just tap, 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 tap. Give us those likes. Already 189. Woo! Well done, people. Thank you very much. And I'm live. We're live simultaneously. So we're on YouTube and we're on TikTok. We're going to be looking in the comments for both chats as everyone tries to get involved. So this is a live show, people. So get involved, and it'd be helpful if I actually turn the comments on my chat here. Tom has joined the chat on YouTube. Hello. And user RX1MB5FP7C bring back Vinny Roo, the greatest writer ever in WWE. I feel like there's a
That's Vince Russo, right?
Yeah. Vince Russo.
Yeah, then we'll get actors winning the world championship.
Okay.
Roll.
Oh, apparently my audio is a little bit quieter than everybody else's, so maybe I need to edit my mic settings. So let's turn up my mic and let's give you the full quality of my voice.
Yeah, and you've got a good mic as well.
I know, right? So it should be much better. Hopefully, all the connections.
You should be, and you're the host. You should be louder than, especially me. I know that's difficult.
I should be able to talk over all of you. Oh, much better. Okay, so we're good. Thank you. User RX1MB. Give us your name because I can't refer to you through the chat for that. So let us know. Right, let's talk about WWE Raw. I mean, Tom said, how good is this LA Knight back? Let's start there then. Our audience is going to be our guide. LA Knight appeared on Raw after Bron Breakker appeared on the show and trashed everything. He was mightily pissed at what happened to him at the Royal Rumble, and rightfully so. And LA Knight appeared. Is LA Knight the guy in the hoodie, or is this something else? Alex is convinced. Go on, Alex.
Can't be LA Knight. The guy was too skinny to be LA Knight. LA Knight is far too hench to have been that person and doesn't have a blonde beard. I'm still convinced it's Jake Paul. I don't want it to be Jake Paul, but I have a really, really bad feeling that it's Jake Paul. And yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe it will turn Braun. It will turn Braun face. But I like Angry Braun. Angry Braun is fun. And watching him getting told to leave by Adam Pearce was funny.
Yes.
Adam Pearce is loving this. You can
Yes.
tell he is really enjoying having a meaty role and having to face with Paul Heyman. Which, if you're going to face with anybody, to face with Paul Heyman, because he can just carry you, and it doesn't matter how good or bad he is, and he's good. Heyman will just elevate you.
Yeah, no, exactly. And obviously LA Knight's coming back for blood because the Bloodline took him out. Is it a couple of months ago? They showed that little package during the show.
Not the Bloodline.
Oh, the Bloodline. The Vision. The Vision. This is live. This is live, people. This is what happens. The Vision took him out. We had the tsunami on top of the car. And, I guess he's targeting the whole team rather than anyone specific. So how do they navigate who he faces off against? Is the Braun the lead guy? Is he going to have to work his way through? Does he start with Jake Paul and go to Bronson Reed before he gets to Braun? How does this work? Or who's his match? Who's his next match against? Or is it going to be that they get into the chamber with somebody from the Vision?
It's going to be the problem is they've turned Austin into the whipping boy.
Yep.
And which is a shame, because what's the point in repackaging Austin Theory, who I think can be a mega talent? I don't like this Austin Theory. I like a little bit wild, a little bit nuts,
showboaty,
jock. Austin Theory. He fits that character well. This super serious thing doesn't suit him well, and he's just becoming the guy that's taking the pins, and I don't like it. So yeah, he'll work his way through. In my order of magnitude of the people in that team, it's Austin, Logan, Bronson, Braun.
Yeah,
but it depends where they want to put Logan, more because of politics and backstagey stuff and his height as a celebrity. Is that the right word to put for Logan Paul? So I think he'll work his way through. I don't think he did enough damage with the chair when he came in and started beating the piss out of them all, and they didn't sell it well enough.
No.
They all just kind of got up. When they all got up in the middle of the ring, I thought they got LA Knight, and I had to rewind it, and LA just hit a couple of them with the chair a couple of times and disappeared off. He should have wailed on him with the chair.
I had the same thought. I thought it was really weak. I loved the open. I loved the way we didn't, because Raw starts normally in SmackDown with these god awful clips of the stars walking to the ring.
Walking to the arena.
Oh,
and
I
stuff,
hate it. It's so cheesy. Who are they talking to? I hate it. So just to open like that, I thought was fantastic.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that. And then it's yay, LA Knight's here again. And
you don't like LA, do you? You're not an LA fan.
No, I'm not either.
No.
God, we'll get to that later.
Oh, yeah, that was a little bit awkward. Yeah, I mean, I think LA Knight, he can cut a half decent promo sometimes. I guess I just don't get excited by him in the ring. I just find him quite boring. And yeah.
I think he's old school, and I know people sort of hate on him because you're copying The Rock, you're copying Austin. But he has a smash mouth style like Austin, and he talks like The Rock. I don't have a problem with that. He's got a good catchphrase. Okay, it's one word, but it's a catchphrase that works.
Yeah.
And anyone who gets involved says it, and it's easy and it works. We've learnt that with the way Yeet works. Fans are fickle and easy to get over. You can't have anything too complicated. And LA just works. But they're booking him terribly. This is the right thing. What happened to him was the right thing. To get Tsunami through the thing was right. To come back and wail on the Vision is the right thing. But we need more. It needs to be more. He should have beaten the piss out of them, and left them all and left them all laying, because that would have given him aura. This didn't give him aura. Him running away into the crowd.
Agreed. Lee, final thoughts on LA Knight?
No, he's just not for me. He's not for me. Do you know what? The whole Vision as well, fallen completely off of my enjoyment radar. I don't get what their point is at all.
The problem with the Vision was Seth's injury.
Yeah.
They had to pull the trigger and everything far quicker than they wanted to. There was no way Braun was supposed to have turned on Seth, and then when he turned on Seth, there was supposed to have been a program which would have been for the world title.
Yeah.
And that all got blown out the window. So they were stuck with a storyline. So they've just had to make them a threatening faction, which they are, as we saw with Bronson versus Penta. They are threatening and they cause problems and they are a threat. But it's just their storyline got cut short.
Yeah. Okay, everybody watching, put your questions in the chat. Lolly's mentioned, yep, she's not a fan of LA Knight either. And yeah, get rid of the vision. Something needs to happen. They need to mix it up a little bit. Because there was that period as well where they were doing the same thing on Monday every week. And then it did change. And yeah, there just seems to be a lack of direction. And with a faction like this leading into Mania, you've kind of struggled to see where it quite fits. But we'll see. I'm sure some of them are going to be in the Elimination Chamber. The qualifying matches start next week. So we'll see what happens there. Let's go to the end of Monday Night Raw. Let's talk about the fact that our OTC, the tribal chief Roman Reigns, came out and he took his way down to the ring. He talked about his history in Philadelphia, the fact that he won his first championship there. He lost the championship, obviously, at WrestleMania in Philadelphia. He won his first Rumble there, and the fact that it's the first stop after winning his second Rumble. And
by the way, when he mentioned that he won his first Rumble, they cheered, and he went, like, "That's not the reaction you had like that at that point." I thought that was absolute class.
It was good. He acknowledged that absolutely, because that's when that looked like when it was going to be the failed experiment. Do you know what I mean? And that's looks like he could never recover, but boy did he. And yeah, so he came out and he basically put it to the crowd. What do you want to see? Do you want to see me fight Drew, or do you want to see me fight CM Punk? The crowd was very clear. We were all on the same page. In yesterday's show, we all felt that it was going to be CM Punk that he went for. And I think what surprised me more than anything was the promo was fantastic. It was so personal. And the fact that he actually called him out there and then made his decision. I thought this was going to drag on for weeks, but he didn't hang about, and he's just like, yeah, I hate you, and I'm coming for you. It was fantastic. I thought CM Punk did really well at first, but then Roman's response was just fantastic, and he absolutely nailed it. Lee, tell me your thoughts.
Loved it. That the line, I think for me, my favorite line was, "I hate you, and WrestleMania is going to be the best night of my life. So I'm going to beat you
when I make you acknowledge me."
Yeah. Wow, yeah, brilliant. That fire in the tribal chief is what makes wrestling great.
Yeah,
and Punk could learn it. He talks about Roman learning from Punk. Punk could learn a little bit from Roman. Less is more sometimes, with the shouting and the aggression.
Yeah, and that's it. You know, he said he's like, "You've been gone for 10 years. That's why you're going to every single country, and you're doing all these things, And he's like, the fact that he laughed, it's just like, me learn from you. He's like cracking himself up, and it's just, the only thing I learned from you is what not to do.
And he talked about him going on to his best mate's podcast, which is obviously the Colt Cabana podcast, to basically slag off and bury WWE, and he said, "You made my life more difficult than it should be," which he did, because he tried to bury the whole company. It's the reason I don't like CM Punk, because he spent 10 years slagging off WWE about it being a terrible place. And listen, there were definitely bits in there he's right about, but you don't bury the business, especially the business that frickin' made him. And I feel vindicated in my dislike for Punk, because my three favourites don't like him. Roman doesn't like him. Seth doesn't like him. Drew doesn't like him. I am vindicated. Punk sucks. And Drew, where he talks about being the best in the world, and everyone talks about CM Punk being the best promo. Get out. He wasn't even the best promo in a ring with two people in it.
Fair. I think. Do you see this as night 1 or night 2? Do you see this as the main event for WrestleMania this year?
This is the main event to finally give CM Punk his proper main event. He got the main event last year, but we all know that night 1 main event isn't the main event.
Really WrestleMania. The main event. No.
It's the halftime show.
Yeah.
In fact,
I
got into a little bit of a spirited debate with someone at work today about the main event of night 1. So we were talking.
You mean other than me? I'm offended.
Other than you, there is another wrestling.
There are more wrestling fans at your work. Where do you work?
No. HR, never working. No, I'm joking. I'm sure my boss is listening. We were talking about what we think the main event of night one was, and he's very much it's going to be the Drew match, and I've got an idea of what I'd like it to be.
Okay.
I'd love it to be the women's tag title TLC, and I think that would blow it out of the water.
That would be incredible.
I really wanted to be a TLC match. I think I can't remember. I think it was you that came up with the idea, but that is so pie in the sky of us fantasy booking, and and we can't get our hopes too high on it. However much I want it to happen, and however much I'd like to see both the Bella twins fly off a ladder and land on the floor, and get out the bloody company, I'm not getting my hopes up for that absolute dream match, but I want it so badly.
It would be so good. That could be a match of the night, the two nights. The potential there, and I suppose as soon as you take out those people involved in the championship matches, the roster's so strong. You know, and yes, okay, you can have an intercontinental match and a US championship match, but I'm not even sure they made the card last year, did they?
No, Lyra was in a tag match, wasn't she? And
that's right.
US Chelsea didn't get anything.
No, so you don't necessarily see them being on the card. So yeah, sticking them in a tag match would be brilliant. You could have an intercontinental champion, a US champion in a tag team trying to go for double belts, and it would still make it interesting. So yeah, I would say a six team tag match, TLC. That'd be the way to go. Right, any more thoughts on Roman and Punk before we move on? No, we covered. Tom says Judgment Day is getting interesting.
Boy, is it!
It is, right? So, where do we start? So we had the package from Finn Balor, him kind of explaining why he did what he did, and that things are going to happen on his journey to becoming world champion again. We had Dom came back, which was great to see. Dominic came back out.
Huge pop.
Yeah.
Huge pop for a Monday Night Raw. Huge pop for Dominic. I loved it. I thought it was great. By the way, just on Finn Balor and the Royal Rumble, people are still bitching online that Finn wasn't in the Rumble. It's part of the story. It's the point that he wasn't in the Rumble. It's part of the narrative that he wasn't in the Rumble, that he's overlooked. That's the whole point. Honest, I swear, people just want to see their favourite things and don't actually understand how stories work.
No.
It drives me nuts.
If he wants to go for the championship, Punk will be like, you went in the Rumble, you lost. You don't have an opportunity. End of story. So you have to have this narrative. This is how you put someone in a position to go for the championship between now and WrestleMania to make things interesting. It's it's kind of crazy. And then what do we have? So yeah, Dom come out. He introduced Liv, who is our Royal Rumble champion. She's obviously in a very good place. Absolutely making up for the fact that she had to wear a lot during the Royal Rumble, because she came out wearing not much.
She looked incredible.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been a simp for Alexa Bliss for a really, really long time, but geez, Liv is top of my list at the moment.
I want to have a look at WWE's dress code policy, please.
No, you stay away from it.
Yeah, exactly. Do not touch. No touchy. And obviously then she introduced Raquel Rodriguez out to say that, she's got her championship match today. And they did touch on the fact that Liv threw out the Rumble. And, Liv kind of brushed it off saying, you're not a selfish person. And, it's fine because now you've got a championship match and I've got a championship match. And it's all groovy, let's just move on. Alex.
When I was watching this, I was like, this is going to go so badly for Judgment Day as a team. It's like, I can't wait, and they're going to let it bubble and they're going to let it simmer and then it's all going to explode, and I cannot wait. This is going to be brilliant. This is the most intriguing the Judgment Day have been in ages, and everyone's involved, and it's brilliant, and cannot wait, because as I've always said, I think I'm the biggest Judgment Day fan out of all of us, and I really like the Judgment Day. I think they've been great from day one. I think they're better without Edge. I think the way we have them now is great. I don't want them to break up, and I would rather they stay together because they're a good faction.
Yeah.
But they've already started to grease those wheels. I just find it funny that it hasn't been Roxy. I think they probably originally planned for another love triangle, but then decided that's probably a dumb idea because that's just repeating what's happened before. We don't need it. So yeah, no, I'm super excited for what happens here, and I don't actually know what's going to happen, and that's my favourite thing.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the women's world heavyweight championship match. We had Raquel Rodriguez versus Stephanie Vaquer, and in a Philadelphia street fight, and I thought it was a good match. I thought they put on a hell of a show, and ultimately shenanigans ensued, which we were to expect because Raquel said to Liv, "Please stay in the back. I want to do this by myself." Shows up towards the end, tries to hand her the belt to knock Stephanie out. Doesn't happen. Tables are turned. She ends up going through the table, sort of, and there's the corkscrew finish, and is 1, 2, 3, and she retains. So I wanted Raquel to win. I had a suspicion that she would, but it didn't happen this way. So does Stephanie retain until WrestleMania? Do you see that as the story now, or is there still things to come? Obviously, Liv hit the oblivion on her afterwards, making her point known. But Liv did say she's going to go to SmackDown. She hasn't made up her mind yet, and that will delay for a few weeks, I think, until she makes a choice, for her to make a choice. But where does this go now?
I would go. It's going to be Liv and Steph. Whether Raquel's in there in some capacity, I don't know. Do they want to shoehorn another triple threat for the title that they did last year? I mean, it was the match of the night, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, well, I think Raquel could go to the Chamber and win the Chamber, and like I said, they could both declare on the same champion, because I don't think there's a rule that they can't. So I think, and then it just leaves the other championship open, and you can kind of figure that out, do a tournament or whatever it is. But I think, if they both went for it, because they have that fallout, I think that'd be incredible. It depends whether they're going to go for a fallout or if it's just like, let's see who's the better person. Like, it's frenemies, so they're kind of on the same page going in. Let's make sure one of us wins it and against her. And then they turn during the match. I don't know. How do you see it working? Do they turn on each other beforehand?
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. There is going to, they can't drag out a collapse for 3 months. I mean, it's WWE. They can do it. They can, but they really should, because the fallout. If you give Raquel maybe another title shot at Elimination Chamber, as a case of, my match got interfered with, blah blah blah, I want another match, blah blah, and then Liv screws her or whatever, and then it all falls apart, and then you have the program between the Chamber and Mania where they're all at each other's throats. Adam Pearce has enough and go, right, triple threat match in a cell. Ooh. That's the thing. They don't do they used to, everything used to be a gimmick match because they used to be gimmick PLEs, and then they got rid of gimmick PLEs but got rid of the gimmicks too. It's like, I like the gimmicks. Hell in a Cell was one of my favourite things. I didn't like the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view because it's like, oh, I wonder what the main event's going to be. Oh, it's going to be Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell was like that end of a feud. We need to settle it. It's happening in Hell in a Cell.
Yes.
And like Michael's Undertaker and
Punk and Drew finished that way.
Punk and Drew. I know it didn't go the way we wanted it to, but The Fiend and Seth Rollins, it needed that kind of match. And to have those three, because that's three very different styles of wrestler as well.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. Is I think for Steph, if they want Steph in a Mania match, she needs to be carried promotionally.
Yes.
She needs to be carried in that sense, and Raquel and Liv are the perfect ones to do that.
Exactly the way Io is carried through WrestleMania, because obviously she's not great on the mic. That's exactly what they need to do with Stephanie and try to protect her. So because she's got the in-ring ability. So yeah, triple threat. As Steve says, Raquel, Liv, and Steph in a triple threat, and Raquel pins Liv. Yeah, I mean, throw Roxy in there. Why not? Just have Raquel beat Stephanie at Elimination Chamber for the title, have Roxy win the Chamber, have a triple threat between all three of them. Why not? Lolly says, I'd like a big fallout, please, as well. So, yes. And I think absolutely, I think that's going to happen. How the rest of the Judgment Day reacts, because obviously JD Madonna's out, and I don't know what's going to happen there. We're missing a little bit of comic relief.
Welcome back to Kenan Can't Say Names. McDonough.
Did I say McDonough? JD Madonna.
You said Madonna. You said Madonna.
I just say it fast. McDonough. McDonough. And I think that we've lost some of the comedy element, you know. So Carlito, R-Truth was in there previously, and Judgment Day is not as fun anymore, right?
He wasn't in the Judgment Day. He thought he was in the. He thought he was in the Judgment Day, and it was some of the best comedy telly I've seen in a really, really long time. R-Truth isn't on telly enough. It's like I think I posted it in our group. There was the picture of the Vision all looking down at a camera on the floor, and R-Truth was in the picture for some reason.
Did you see the bit of the Rumble where R-Truth's thinking up a match type, and he's describing the Royal Rumble? Did you see that?
No, I missed that.
Yeah, they did like this intro package where he's like, "Oh, wouldn't it be great if we had this match?" And it's like, and two people start, and then like every minute or so, another wrestler comes in, and he just basically describing the Royal Rumble. It was so good. Maybe join the chat. My wife has joined the chat. Hi, Emma.
Hi, Emma.
Thanks for dropping.
Hi, Emma.
Hi.
Maybe Mr. Iguana could join the Judgment Day.
Lottie's just put that on the chat. Mr. Iguana.
Pipped me.
She did. She absolutely did. That'd be something.
Great
that
minds.
Would be something. But I think you also don't have the deadpanness of some of the characters to offset. It's like Damian Priest. Actually really works well with some of those comedy characters, and offsetting that, you don't really have that dynamic anymore.
Especially because Damien is completely aimless at the moment.
Oh, yes. He needs a new gimmick. Let's just go through some of the comments. So, Steve has recognized the Prince of Policy, Dress Down Tuesday from HR. Absolutely. What else have we got? Have the Judgment Day betrayal. Yes. They've already got the frenemies with Charlotte and Alexa. Yeah, I guess so. Otherwise, it could be too similar to that.
We'll find out more about that on SmackDown.
Indeed.
It's going to be very interesting to see what happens there.
Yes,
I think they will try and cement over the cracks for that, and that one can drag on because there was remorse. Mm-hmm. There was no remorse from Liv.
There's another tag team as well, Kyrie and Asuka. They're on the verge of splitting.
Yeah.
Because
about the Rumble. Because
we totally forgot
the way they eliminated Asuka, and then Kyrie said, "Yeah, absolutely." So that's been feeding for ages, you know, because Kyrie's just desperate to try and please her, isn't she? But it's not happening.
Can I just say?
Yeah, go on.
When Asuka yells Kyrie, it gets me every time.
That's what Steve just put in the chat. Kyrie! I love Asuka. I don't care that her English isn't great. No. She is the perfect example of what you can do with someone who has a language barrier, but still is incredibly entertaining. And doesn't matter whether she's speaking English or not, you know exactly what she's saying.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You know exactly what she says without knowing what she's saying. 100%.
It's why she's one of the best in the world. I have all the time in the world for Asuka. And to be fair, until Io turned up, I considered Asuka as one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Yeah, brilliant. Steve said, can we mention the actual death we saw from Dragon Lee? Yeah, absolutely we can. So first of all, everybody thought AJ Styles was making an appearance on Raw.
The pop was enormous.
The pop was crazy. Oh my God, he's here to say goodbye properly to the US crowd, you know, because he was in Saudi and retired there. And even I was just like, oh, great, he's actually going to have a nice send-off. And then Gunther comes out to his music. This guy.
He did the pose. He did the cell.
He did the whole entrance. This guy. He keeps finding ways for people to hate him more, and it's brilliant. He is just so good. And if you don't appreciate Gunther, you just don't understand great characters. He is absolutely fantastic for business. And, again, he is a career killer, and he's kind of come out to talk about what had happened. And then Dragon Lee comes out because, AJ was his tag team partner, and he come out for a bit of revenge, and he got, had a little bit of offense, to be fair. He managed to, make Gunther take his jacket off, run up a little sweat, but then he absolutely tried to murder him and almost like hung him from the top rope with the sleeper and just dangled there.
Oh, we're going to see a murder tonight. Wonderful.
Exactly. But Steve, is it bad that Dickhead Gunther is growing on me? Not at all. Not at all. You should love Gunther. You should love your ring general. However, so now what I'm thinking is, we've seen Dragon Lee get butchered. He's friends with Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is going to come out next week to talk to Gunther, and there's going to be another career potentially on the line.
They did mention that Rey might be injured, though. I don't know whether that was story-based, but they talked about Rey having injuries from the Rumble. That was mentioned.
Okay. Right.
I don't know whether that was mentioned as
So
he's
he stopped
injured
coming out,
or part of the story.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Could Gunther retire Mysterio WrestleMania?
Biker Fishy in the chat. No, not Rey.
Anyone but Rey.
He can go until he's 100. Leave Rey Mysterio alone.
Yeah, I think Rey is legit injured, but it's whether he can still appear on TV. He might not need to wrestle for a few weeks, but that could be where it's headed. It's possible. It's absolutely possible. Lolly, I love Gunther. As well you should. He is so good for business right now. So what do you think about Rey? And if not Rey, we mentioned this yesterday, what next?
We haven't had time to think about what's next. But Rey hasn't even thought about retire. I would think like Randy was going to retire before Rey. There's probably, if I really thought about it, there's probably a list of people that I'd put retiring before Rey. Like, some of the guys from NXT might retire. Javon Evans might retire before Rey Mysterio. Even though he's only 21.
Well, maybe it's because the amount of injuries he's had. Maybe he's had to rethink it. Maybe that's something that plays on it, because he's actually been injured a lot in the last.
Yeah, since he came. When did he come back? 2020 Rumble, 2019 Rumble, something like that. He came back, but he's had time off. He's had a couple of big knee injuries. So maybe it's like, I can't be bothered to go through surgery and recovery anymore, and maybe it's time to get strangled to death by Gunther.
Yeah, no, exactly that. Gunther, the title picture seems very complicated at the moment for him to be a part of. I don't necessarily want him to go back to the Intercontinental or anything like that. I think he's above that. So I think, a feud is the way it's going to happen for him. So whether it's him or Randy Orton or somebody else, that seems like the way it's going to go. Any more thoughts on Gunther?
Nope.
Could he retire Logan Paul? That wouldn't be adverse to that.
You know what? Anybody they're thinking of releasing, just have him retire him. Just have him take him out of the company. That's the best way.
Do you know, I've been pondering it. I don't hate Gunther Rey at WrestleMania. I think he could probably hurt him and say I've ended his career, and then Rey can have some time off, come back, SummerSlam time. But no, I don't hate it. As long as he's on the card. As long as Gunther's on the card somewhere.
Yeah. Right. Apparently you have a Zimmer frame, Alex. So that must be an inside thing that
I need. I need some modding allowances for this chat, so I can send Steve off.
Right. Okay.
They all think I'm old. They're all in their 30s. They think I'm old.
Oh well, yeah, we are.
Shut up! You're older than me. You can't say a word.
100% I am. Right. Let's talk about the fact that Obafemi is going to be your unified tag team champion at some point, because the War Raiders were out looking like they were going to have a tag team match, and Obafemi decides to come down the ring and just destroy them. I mentioned this to Lee earlier. It was quite funny that Adam Pearce is like, I've kicked Bron Breakker from the show. I've kicked LA Knight from the show because, they're just causing havoc and they're ruining the show. Obafemi comes down, just kills two superstars who are about to have a match, and they're like, sign him. Sign him up to the show.
No security. No one came down to help. Just let this man murder two grown men. And did you see when he was coming down to the ring? He went along the line. I think he said something along the lines of, "I'm gonna kill you." He goes, "I'm gonna kill." Why? What have they done to you?
What did they do? These poor guys. They were tag champs not that long ago. What did that make sense? I don't know. I mean, they did something.
They're just trying to show him as a
Brock
monster, aren't they?
Yeah, Brock did that, but he came out and battered quite a few people. He got involved in a match where there was quite a few people and dominated. And
yeah, he gave Maven the first ever F5.
That's it.
And then absolutely obliterated Spike Dudley. He launched him up into the air, caught him, and powerbombed him 3 times. It was insane. And he was 21, and he was that jacked. It was insane.
Right.
I know I'm not supposed to, but I love Brock Lesnar.
I do.
What do we say? Steve says it's copy and paste Braun Strowman. I don't agree. If you saw, he can cut a promo. Obafemi can absolutely cut a promo. They haven't put him on the mic yet, but if you watch any of the stuff from NXT, he absolutely can deliver there. Oba versus Braun. Is it meant to be Braun Breaker? Big meaty men slapping man meat. Yeah, there could be something there leading into WrestleMania. Biker Fishy says, Alex, your mic is way louder than everybody else's. So check yourself.
That's just because I'm loud and I'm being loud. I got told off last night because Lauren doesn't understand how I didn't wake up both kids because she could hear me when she was downstairs on the sofa and upstairs in bed.
I've had a very similar conversation with my wife. Absolutely. We can't. I suppose we have to cover Brie mode, don't we? The Bella Twins.
Get out! No. And how can they use that chant? The man's in he's even in AEW anymore. I honestly,
he retired, hasn't he, from wrestling?
I think he hasn't had a choice. His body is finally broken. But what was it? Who was it? Was it Ronda Rousey who said in ring quality isn't sexually transmitted? It's like their promo was awful. I don't even listen to what they said. It was just terrible. The sounds of their voices were shrill.
It was hideous.
Did not like it.
Hello, Philly. Yeah, I wasn't a fan. But they're going after the tag team championships, and apparently they thought that they needed to come out and tell everybody this.
Did you see the crowd reactions that they were showing on telly as well? It's like people in tears. Like I was in tears, probably different kind of tears.
Different kind of tears.
It was like, do people really care about Brie that much?
I think that there's a section of fans out there who have followed them since. They do a podcast, they do a lot of stuff on the outside, and there are some big fans of them out there, and it will appeal to a certain market. We'll have to see how they are in the ring together, but I think from a promotional point of view, they'll do well for business because of what they do outside of the ring. That cross promotion stuff, 100% is going to deliver something for them.
They're going to let them win the titles, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're going to win the titles, and it's going to be really sad, and I'm going to get angry at the telly. I might have to throw stuff at the telly.
I don't mind them winning it if it's not WrestleMania. As long as it's not there, then I don't really have an issue. So,
there was a load of signs at the Rumble pre-show for Brie mode.
Oh, so maybe she was spotted beforehand. Because again, this is what happens. When people are traveling to other countries, it's a lot easier to try and identify and spot these surprise entrants than if you're doing it in the same country. So
that's the whole thing. I think if Jericho was going to appear in the Rumble, there is not a chance in hell he'd have got into that country without being spotted. No, not a chance. Which is probably why it was a good reason not to do it. But also another good reason not to do the Rumble in Saudi.
Steve, why did they change Steph's music? Is that Stephanie Vakir? Did they change her music?
She had
I didn't
a
notice.
banging entrance. She had a great entrance theme, and they've changed it, and it's WWE generic walk to the ring music now.
What's the name of the company who does WWE music now?
Death Rebel, is it?
It's still
Death Rebel.
Isn't it? Yeah, they Death Rebelled it. Okay. Right. Anything else happen on Raw? I think we've pretty much covered everything, right?
Did we cover the match, the Bronson Penta match?
Oh no, they actually had a match. That was another match on the show. Yeah, it was a really good match. Yeah,
great big man,
obviously,
little
because you
man.
spoke about LA Knight interfering, and obviously he caused a count out in the end, which is something we don't see very often, and kind of protecting them both a little bit. But yeah, really good match. I really like Penta. What an entrance! He's probably got one of the best entrances now, right?
He's the
love it.
biggest new star he's the biggest star WWE have made this year in the last 12 months. And I'm not enamored with him. I think he's great fun, and I'm not massively, he's great in the ring, but I'm not feeling it as much. But he's undeniably a star, and he's a right kind of person for that kind of match as well. But I like Bronson Reed. I like a big bruiser, Bam Bam Bigelow style wrestler, because we don't have enough of those, because he can still move despite his size. So I did enjoy that match.
Okay. Steve said he saw the old Chelsea versus Penta match in Lucha Underground. Yeah, that's a hell of a match. 100%. Yeah,
It's funny, Chelsea was asked about that match and would they run it back, and she goes, absolutely not.
Cannot live back up to that. No,
Because you can't, because if you ever seen the Lucha Underground had their own arena where there was a ledge, like high up ledge, where you could run and jump off of. Crazy stuff happened in Lucha Underground, but it just wouldn't be as good, because people would only look at it compared to that match, and that match was, what do they call it, lightning in a bottle, and one of those things. There's no point trying it again, and Chelsea's not that wrestler. She's too busy loving exactly what she's doing at the moment anyway.
Yeah, no, agreed. Well, that's everything that went down on Monday Night Raw this week. What are we looking forward to on SmackDown, gentlemen? We're going to get some more Drew and Cody stuff. We're going to get... I'm interested to see what they do with Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. I think
that's the thing I'm most looking forward to.
Yeah, but we'll have to just wait and see what else happens. Early thoughts on the Chamber. Who are some of the personalities you'd like to see in the Chamber matches?
I want Bianca back.
Yeah,
I want Bianca back. I need her in that match. So who aren't we going to have? Who are we not going to have in the Chamber? So we're not going to have Jade. We're not going to have Steph. We're not going to have Raquel or Liv. Might get Raquel.
Yeah.
Might get Raquel. There will be a Bailey or a Lyra in the Chamber. There will be a Charlotte or an Alexa, or both of them. Yeah. There will be a Rhea Ripley in the Chamber. Yeah. There'll be, what's her face? Who's the new one?
So Ruka?
Jordan. Probably Jordan Grace.
I think we'll get Tiffy Stratton in there in some way. She's surely the only other one outside of Bianca that will challenge Jade at Mania. There's no story otherwise, is there? No.
That is a good point. Lash Legend. They might even push Lash.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Yes, please.
So.
I tell you what, I worry for, and I never thought I'd say this, but I worry for Nia Jax with Lash Legend.
Yeah.
Because Lash feels that you can't have two, they're too similar. So unless you have them as an ultimate tag team that are just kicking everybody's ass in that mega tag team division, you can't have two of them as singles. It doesn't work. Yeah. However much you'd like, you can have a bunch of flippy doodah people, but two massive people opposing each other in a group, it doesn't work. And so it could be a problem for Nia, because I think Lash is better.
Yes.
And unfortunately, no matter how much better Nia has got, and she has got much better, she still has the stigma of hurting people. But since she came back after wasn't she released? Was she released and came back? Or she was gone for at least a year?
Who, Lash?
No. Nia had her knees, didn't she? She did her knees, didn't she?
Yeah.
She had her knee surgeries. So when she came back after that, she's, touch wood, not hurt anybody, not caused any problems, and has been way better. And I think she's brilliant on the mic. I think she's funny. I think she's intimidating.
She tells a good story throughout her matches. She's very funny in the ring as well, the way she toys with her opponents. Yeah.
But Lash is a new toy to play with, isn't she?
She is. So some of them on the chat: Steve, Charlotte, Lexi, Raquel, Tiffy, Bianca, Lash. Yeah, that'd be
a
good
mega match.
Yeah,
great match.
Sol Ruka, maybe just a little bit too early. I think she's got some unfinished business in, because she hasn't been officially drafted to SmackDown yet, has she?
Nope. Nope.
No, so I think she's still got some unfinished business in NXT, and it might be a after Mania call up for
They
her.
don't need to rush her up.
No,
No.
they don't.
Because hang on, let's do 40-year-old men googling young women.
Whoa, whoa.
Soruka. How does HR feel about that?
Yeah.
She's 26.
Mm.
It's still so stupidly fucking young, but she's 26, so she's still got time.
Yeah.
She could spend another year in NXT. Wait till some of this stuff matures its way out. How much longer is Charlotte going to be around? How much longer is Alexa going to be around? I worry at how much Alexa's enjoying it, because she's not going to be main event again. I unfortunately, however much I love her, I don't see her being main event again. I don't see them putting a title on her unless she goes back to the Goddess. She hasn't really got a gimmick at the moment. She's still dressing like the Fiend for some weird reason, which I don't understand. But if she went back to the Goddess, then there might be something. But she doesn't have a gimmick at the moment. She's just Charlotte's mate, and Charlotte is only likable when she's with Alexa. She's not really likable otherwise, despite the fact I think she's incredible in the ring. So, yeah, they've got some time to finish off some stories before Soruka comes up and wins the Royal Rumble.
Some final ideas about who might be in the men's chamber match.
Logan Paul's always in the chamber.
He is.
Always in the chamber.
Probably I don't think we'll get 2 or 3 from the Vision, will we? Because, well, I mean, you could do, because, but you can't have Bronson Reed, Bron Breakker, and Logan Paul in there. Maybe
where is it this year?
Maybe Bronson Reed and Logan Paul might both make it.
Can you imagine the 4 pods having all 4 members of the Vision?
Yeah, right.
That would be insane.
LA Knight's got to be in there, I would have thought. This year.
It's in Chicago. The Elimination Chamber is in Chicago this year.
Right, but then you got
to. So Punk's going to have a match.
Punk will have his title match against Finn Balor. I'm pretty sure that'll happen there. But then you're going to have Cody and maybe Jacob Fatu in there, right?
Yeah.
Fatu in a chamber. Yes, please feed me more of that. This is definitely a year for Fatu's got to win a title, right?
Yeah.
It's got to happen this year. But this is the whole thing. This is the only thing that bugs me.
Well, he's already run the US, didn't he?
No. I'm talking top title. That's the whole thing. It's like the thing that bugs me is they wait to pull the trigger. And if you wait too long to pull the trigger, it does. It's like Sami Zayn. Oh, Sammy's going to be in the chamber, isn't he? Oh, Sammy's going to win the chamber, isn't he?
Oh, Sam. No. He's not going to WrestleMania in the main event this year. I don't think so.
Well, who's going to face? You think it's going to be? It's going to be Fatu, Cody.
It's going to be Fatu, Cody, Drew. I don't know if it'll be another triple threat, but I can see that being a triple threat, and then the other one just being Roman and Punk. So that's how I kind of see it. But
so if it's going to be Fatu, so obviously we know the main event for Mania is Punk and Roman. So the other title, I think Drew will now definitely hold it until Mania.
Yep.
But it has to be whoever wins the chamber. But I think it's still going to be a triple threat. And I think maybe they let Cody win the chamber, but Fatu gets screwed somehow, and he doesn't have any of it, and then spends the entire time between Chamber and Mania beating the piss out of Cody, which would be brilliant to watch. And they just go, right, we'll add him to the match, and then Fatu wins the title.
Steve said Fatu, Cody, and Drew in a steel cage match at Mania.
Like it.
I don't see him doing a cage match at Mania though.
Do you know what I don't like? I don't like cage matches. The thing I don't like about cage matches is you can go out the fucking door.
Yeah.
I don't understand why there's a door. The door really pisses me off.
Yeah,
it's a good angle, but the thing is, I say it's a good angle. It's an overused angle now, which is, they're coming out the door. Oh, someone in a hood turns up and slams their face in the door. It's happened for decades, and it just pisses me off. I get the escape, and that's fine, but I would still rather it's just a case of we're in the cell, and the person who walks out the cell is the person who taps or the person who's pinned, rather than running away. And because it always looks dumb. because they have to climb the cage really slowly. And then get stuck on the cage, and then they kind of pull themselves up and pull themselves over. If you really want to win, just fall off the cage.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I like to sell.
It's not that far. Yeah,
I think I've just booked the elimination chamber. So we've got Cody and Bron, Fatu and Sammy, LA Knight, and Trick Williams. I would put in there just for a little bit of exposure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a good
He's
shout.
fire at the minute, isn't he? Isn't he? Popular.
Yeah.
This is the whole thing. People say WWE can't make stars.
Whoa.
They're not making fast stars. But you look at NXT and the people. I mean, just Obafemi and Trick are going to be massive stars. Bron Breakker is going to be an enormous star. You know, there is so much going on. What's the who's the guy that's doing all the stuff with Chelsea Green? Punjabi. Cage match. No, Tom, absolutely not. We're not doing a Punjabi. I mean, I wasn't watching at the time, but I have seen so many slander videos of that match, because like you can't see what's going on in the ring.
No,
and it's just boring. It's mostly people climbing.
Yeah.
It's not a climbing show.
Oh, I actually wanted to just touch on Javon Evans and obviously El Grande Americano. They had a match on Raw.
Oh, they did.
You know,
They did.
Now, Lee, you said you weren't a fan of Evans, were you? You don't
No.
get excited.
I appreciate his style.
Mm-hmm.
I think a year in, that is going to be quite boring. I just not going to be for me.
Yeah, I can see that. I understand that. But then we had the original come out again. Is that going to be a WrestleMania match?
Yep.
Book it.
Absolutely. For mask for mask.
Mask versus
mask,
mask.
yep.
Yeah.
Mask versus mask, and then Kaiser gets done. It's like what I would love is for Kaiser's Americano to win the IC title, and then for it to be for the IC title, and that's where Chad gets to win the IC title.
That'd be so fun. That'd be brilliant. You know, if it was going to be an unmasking versus unmasking, I would have Ludwig on the verge of being beaten, crawl under the ring, and then the original goes to get him out, and it's somebody else. And so when they unmasks them, it's not even Kaiser. It's one of the others. Totally.
Hornswoggle.
Yeah, just totally keep it as like, and then he'll just appear next week on Raw as Kaiser, just like nothing ever happened. And he's like, "Yeah, I've been off," and that'd be so funny. Just protect.
Hornswoggle, or who's the other guy? The guy with no neck, who was always with Carmella, Eldridge, not Eldridge.
James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he was in a shark cage above the ring? What was that about? That's
The fact that
thing,
man
right?
got paid by WWE for so long is just amazing.
Stole a living. The man stole a living. But that's the whole thing. It's like during the Unreal documentary, Michael Hayes said Chelsea's not a main event star. She's the one that makes the main event stars. What pissed me off about that is I think she's better in every conceivable way than Carmella. And I really like Carmella. And I think she's better in every conceivable way. I could absolutely, and especially because we know that
She's better than Tiffy.
as an overall character, yes. Not in the ring.
No, every way. I think she's better in every way. She holds back because of her character in the ring.
Oh, she does.
So I think she's better than Tiffy. But, you know, he's like making like Tiffy's the star. It's like Chelsea could be whatever you want her to be. If you wanted her to be the star and be the champion, she would 100% own that.
She'll do as she's and she said, "I will do as I'm asked."
I'll lose if I'm on TV every week. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
And she's the female Miz.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. And she said if she had a career like the Miz, she'd retire happy. No problems.
if I had a career like the Miz, I'd retire. I had half the career of the Miz. You know, but that's the whole thing.
I would just have his career before he even went to WWE. That's right.
I'd
Steve,
take James.
are we going to
James
get
Ellsworth.
Yeah, are we going to get a ladies' ladders match for the tag team titles? Yeah, we touched on that earlier in the show. That's exactly what we want, whether we'll get it or not. Yeah, we want a TLC match for the women's tag team
I
champions.
feel like we're the only ones that have been talking about that. I haven't heard it said anywhere else, which is why I'm trying to temper our expectations, because I feel like we're the only ones that have really mentioned it, and I don't want us to get all excited, but actually we're the only idiots talking into the clouds
We
about
just need to keep
about
talking
that
about
potential.
it. Let the algorithms pick it up so Triple H sees it at some point.
Isn't it-
Steve wishes he had a wife like the Miz's. So-
Isn't it 25 years since the first TLC, this Mania? Or
Oh,
since
Google.
TLC
Google.
2 or whatever?
Oh,
Yeah.
Could be. It could be. Yeah.
Was it the Royal Rumble? Was it the Rumble? TLC
I
one.
think the first one was at SummerSlam, and then
This is
they
where
had
we need
TLC
Sam.
2. Yeah.
This is where we need Sam. Sam could educate
Yeah,
us.
the youngest person can educate us.
I know.
2000. First ever TLC match took place on the 27th, 2000, SummerSlam. Well done.
SummerSlam. Mhm.
Pay-per-view in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay, well, God, we're so old.
By the way, that's one thing we didn't mention about the Rumble. Roman and Jay did a 1D.
Oh, yes. They did.
I can't remember who it was on, but they did a 1D. I was like, yay, that's really cool.
Yeah. What about Roman slapping the crap out of Jay? I mean,
Thank you.
When he tried to roll
thank
it
you,
back.
Christ. Yeah. Let's do it again. It's just, just stop it.
I swear they are trying to push people to not like Jay anymore. It's like I love his music. I love Yeet. I'm bored of intros now.
Yeah. I tell you what, if they lose the tag championships next week, then Jay will end up in the chamber. I know he will.
No, I can't bothered.
Yeah.
It was good to see Jimmy back, which means
Oh, was Jimmy
things
back?
on.
I didn't even notice.
Jimmy was on the show.
When?
He was on the show. I swear I saw them. Am I losing my mind?
I missed him. If he
I
was on
didn't.
it.
I don't remember seeing him. They
Chat,
advertised the
am I-
match. They advertised the match
lose-
for next week.
Oh, maybe that was it.
Yeah, you maybe saw the graphic.
Yeah, no, sorry, no. They advertised the match for next week, which
Yeah.
means he's
He should be
okay.
back. Yeah, exactly. Which is good news.
Oh, Steve said he was there. I'm not losing my mind entirely.
Wow, I don't remember watching that. Okay, fine.
No, Tom's saying I've lost it.
Oh,
Maybe we've all lost it.
Fine. We've lost it.
Lolly.
I'd be surprised if they lost the tag team titles next week because it's their first offense, right? Or did they fight against the New Day? Did they beat the New Day? Didn't they? Already?
Tag titles. Shit,
And this is the thing is it's been booked so badly I can't even remember anymore.
It's so crap.
well, one of the best tag teams just got annihilated by one dude. So
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly that. Right, that's it. We're gonna wrap the show up there.
Yep.
We've covered absolutely everything. We'll be back next Tuesday at 8:45. We'll be here on YouTube and we'll be here on TikTok to talk everything WWE. And on our weekly show, we'll normally cover SmackDown and Raw. But like I said, this week we just covered Raw because we covered everything from SmackDown and the Rumble in yesterday's show. So thank you very much to everybody who participated in the chat. We're loving this format, so we're going to continue doing it. We will put a podcast version of this show out tomorrow. And we'll just keep tracking. So please make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Hit a like to the live video. Head over to TikTok. Hit like 1,000 times. You can do it as many times as you want. Hit heart. And make sure you're following us at Wrestling is Awesome on YouTube, on TikTok, Twitter, X, Instagram, or wherever your socials are. We are there. Wherever you get a podcast, we are there. Gents, is there anything else that you would like to talk about?
I'm trying. So I've got a Discord, and I'm trying to put together a chat for WWE. I've got loads of other stuff on my Discord, but I'm trying to put together a chat, and I'm trying to think of ways to get our audience involved in that Discord. But I can't just let the whole world in, so we have to figure out a barrier for entry, because it's fine when there's not that many people watching, and it's that at the moment, but we need to maybe set a barrier up for entry. Maybe we'll do a membership, a £1 membership for wrestling is awesome, or a patron for wrestling is awesome, and then you get entry to my Discord. But yeah, so we're going to put a little chat up there, because what we found in our WhatsApp chats, and I've got like 4 different wrestling WhatsApp chats, is I watch it and I want to talk about it, but I appreciate some people haven't done it, and I hate spoilers. So to have a chat where you can go and chat and be spoiler free, or have a chat about what's going on. There's also an open chat in there for actually chatting, and somehow we're going to link a news thing to it. Funny enough, Fishy, who's in our chat, is my Discord admin, and I'm just going to make him do it all. I have no idea how Discord works.
All right, figure it out, Fishy.
So Fishy does everything.
Yeah, I think I have I might even have a Discord account. I don't know anymore. I need help. So yeah, anybody out there who wants to do all my admin for my socials, I'd appreciate it. For free. Right. Thanks very much, gentlemen. It's a pleasure as always. And until next week, thank you very much. Everybody watching and listening, thank you so much for joining us. We're here every Tuesday at 8:45 to talk about WWE. Till next time, keep wrestling is awesome. Peace out.